Hey guys, and welcome back to Written World. This is really just an update on everything, including NaNoWriMo. Um, days days 1 through 5 went really well, and then day 6 we had appointments and errands. And was there something else we did, Alex? Do you know?
What?
Friday?
What?
Day 6?
What?
I'm trying to remember Friday's schedule because we were a very busy Friday. But we ended up coming home, and when I did start writing, my laptop decided it was time for an update. So I spent the entire night? Yeah, up until 1 a.m. My laptop decided, guess what? Windows update. So I got like 258 words done Friday. And then yesterday, which is when I was supposed to reach the goal, we also had plans. So my birthday was on the 5th, but we ended up going out to dinner yesterday at Olive Garden. It was great. I got this really cool necklace, which I will show you guys next video. Not this one because I'm not wearing it. I'm still dressed pretty much in my pajamas. But it's a really cool necklace. So we get home from Olive Garden because like it was a dinner, and during the day like I spent maybe a good couple hours doing my makeup, took the dog out, and trying to get a hold of another party that was supposed to go with us to this Olive Garden dinner. I spent the whole afternoon following. And when we go to the dinner, because it was like what they said it would be like an hour wait, but we waited like 20 minutes. They said, or was it like 30 minutes?
What are you asking
Alex
me for?
doesn't
I'm not
care.
even paying attention.
Alex doesn't care. Me trying to get the schedule right. Her, please leave me alone. When we came home, Alex got her word count in, and I had technical difficulties again. This time the laptop did not want to start. So yesterday I ended up not reaching the 11,000 and something goal. I was actually under by 1,000 words, 1,000 plus words. Today I hope to catch up because I did earlier this morning. I did write and I reached yesterday's goal. I just have to reach today's goal now. Which typing it's not so hard. I realized. I like to pace myself, so that's something I really recommend. And I've been doing a thing because when I started NaNoWriMo on day 1, I was like handwriting the chapters out, and I have an app. It looks like this when you start it up. Well, not entirely. I'm a few islands in, but it's called Focus Planet. I don't know if you can really see it all, but each one has like 5 different plants you can grow. Except like in the beginning, I starts you off with 2, moves you up to 3, then 4, and you stay on 4 for a while before it switches up to 5. But I've been using that, and I set it for 30 minutes, and I'll just write for that 30 minutes. And it does have an option where I think I can show you guys despite the bad quality. So if I hit the focus option down here on the bottom, it will change to look like this. Trying not to put a glare on the screen. But it lets you switch options. It gives you like this, which is like you can set up a session of 30 minutes and you can put in 2 breaks and it'll ask you how many sessions you want. You can either put in 1 or 2. So it'd be like 2 30-minute sessions if you want to do that. with a 10-minute break in between. I did that one day, but I don't really like it. So I stick with just the standard setting. I set it for 30 minutes, and I just write, and I worry about how many words I'm trying to get down. And that way, at least I know handwriting, I'm getting 300 to 400 words in. When I'm typing, it's like 600 to 700 words, maybe 800 if I'm lucky enough, and I've got a really good flow going. But I do it that way because then I know, all right, I've written today. That's pretty much it. It's just that I've written today, so I can reach the goal I need. And on top of that, by the end of the day, I use this. It's a daily words tracker, and I've set it up for November. So these are the dates. These are the word counts. This is the end of the day word count. This is the difference. So this was actually made by someone I follow on Instagram on a different account, but I thought it was really cool, so I ended up downloading it. So the green is more words. This red, not this. This red is the because this looks red, but it's orange. But this red is the missed words. So like if I'm under, and then on the side of that, like notes. All right, I know it's NaNoWriMo. I don't need to put it on there, but like, all right, this is what happened today. There's my flash drive acting target. There is a sprint tracker that I have not used because I'm really this flash drive is gonna kill me. I'm not really doing word sprints because I'm literally just doing 30 minutes. I could use that if I wanted to keep track of how many words I was getting written down, which I kind of do. I take the calculator out and I put, okay, this is what I wrote last. This is where I stopped. What's the difference between the new word count and the old word count? And I just put that into the NaNoWriMo updater. This is the first Nano where I've written every day, even though I didn't reach day 6's goal, but it's the first Nano where I've written every day consecutively. And I haven't intentionally missed a day because I'm just sick and tired of it. So with that, it's like I'm really proud of myself. I normally get into Nano and like 4 or 5 days in. Once I've missed a day, I'm like, all right, that's it. We're not doing this anymore. But this Nano, I've written from day 1 up till now, which is today's day 8. I'm actually really proud of myself because usually I go into Nano and like I'll write for like a few days here and there and I'll miss. I used to miss days because I spent more time working and coming home and falling asleep after work than I did writing. Especially when I was working jobs on my feet, or if I had to be awake for long periods of time, just drained. So I'd come home exhausted and I'd just go to sleep. And it's NaNoWriMo on top of the pandemic because of health issues. I cannot currently. I'm not working. I haven't been able to work. I hope to be able to soon. I'll probably try to keep it small hours just to make sure that everything's okay before I work longer hours. But it's this one is weighing itself out. So I do keep things like handy. So what you saw on the thing is Sharpie. I got last year for myself, and it was supposed to be for my sister, but I ended up with one. She wanted her own. A Sharpie kit came with like 9 of the one, 12 of the other, I think, or 10 of the one, 12 of the other. So it's these Sharpies and then the thicker Sharpies, which I love. I've also been using the Pilot Precise, the V5, for the indexing of characters. I ended up making like a bunch of index cards. So like this year I actually did some planning. I some planning, keyword there, some. I written out chapter summaries, and I'd come up with my characters. And normally I don't do this. Normally I'm just like, we're going to NaNoWriMo. Normally it's a project I've already started. But Shifted Worlds is not a previous project, but is a new project that I started playing. I was like, alright, well, I'll use this for NaNoWriMo. And if you know me, you know that I use Inkit and Royal Road. And I've been publishing Divinity Mountain to Inkit. I've been publishing Underground Laboratory Secrets to Royal Road and Inkit. I ended up actually deleting my Wattpad, so I think the link is still on my NaNoWriMo page. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I took it off because I also took off J.K. Rowling's name, but who knows? Definitely. So, like I said, pacing is one thing, but like I said, the planning, it was just characters. I really just focused on the characters, and I had already done like the chapter summaries, and nothing is going how I initially planned it. But there's a flow, there's consistency. It seems like the story's running a little slow, but I'm getting the word kind of. Um, Another thing I'll suggest, which I'll probably go into depth in these tips in another video where it's just tips and tricks and stuff. But this is just what I've been doing this past week. I haven't pulled my hair out. Sometimes I take this off. This is a wig, so sometimes I take this off. But I haven't pulled my hair out. I haven't so much stressed about the writing. I know for a lot of people this year, especially in America, it's been hell. It's been hell. And so we are already started in November, really stressed out. Where I'm living, it was really bad for us. But things are getting better. The election's finally over. Thank God. That's the big relief off of everyone's shoulders, even if you're not in America, everyone's watching. But I should probably get more sleep. That's one thing I'm slacking. But what I have managed to do this summer is keep water handy. I have a reward system thanks to Alex, my sister. And so what we do is each day we write, we give ourselves a water handy. On days like the 5,000 goal and the 10,000 goal and so on and so forth, it's 2 pieces if you reach the goal. So that's just been a lot easier on me. I'm like, okay, well, if I want this, I have to do this. Which is weird because I've never been like, I'm just going to eat the candy anyway. I don't know if you can hear this, but my dog is coughing in the background like she's disappointed in me. But, so there is a reward system by the end of November. If I finish, I'll be really happy. We'll figure out what kind of reward we're going to do for the end of November because candy isn't going to cut it. 50,000 words is a lot. But I'm hoping that once Nano is done, I'll have Shifted Worlds finished. I'll have at least provided enough insight into how my Nano has gone. Everyone's Nano is different. So for me, it's simply pacing myself. Some people can sit in one sitting and crank out those words, others cannot. And the reason I had mentioned pacing is because for those who handwrite, whichever hand you write with, it gets really painful after a while. Also, I noticed when I handwrite and try to count it and then I type it up, I get a different word count. And I thought I was like, alright, well, something's wrong with me, clearly. But it helps me keep consistent with the word counts versus writing it in a notebook and writing it in an app. So I do use Scrivener. That gives me the word count. Every writing program is different. So I know like Word cuts off some words, Inkit adds words, Railroad cuts words. And I was like, oh, okay. But so I intend to keep going. Haven't given up yet. I will ask that you guys not give up either, because as stressful as it is an enjoyable experience, especially if you're really serious about being a writer. It helps. Even if you're doing an old project or a new project, or a mixture of both. My sister's Alex is over here taking an old project and turning it into a new one. So for her, it's editing, but each chapter ends up being new, even though she's ignoring me right now. Alex is in her own world almost 100% of the time. I say 27.5%, but like 100% of the time, Alex is like in her own world, and I'll have to like Alex, Alex before she catches on. I do hope to provide more videos for you guys. So do feel free to recommend tips you've heard through the grapevine, or tips you've discovered while writing. And I'll say this: if I do suggest a tip and you've heard it somewhere else, Alex is 100% her own world, and you do hear me mention a tip, understand that I learn tips from other people as well. I can't always go back and be like, hey, this is who I learned it from, because a lot of the times it's just Twitter tips. But feel free to share tips, tricks, ideas that work for you. It does pan out. It eventually works out. Everyone writes differently, so if you hear a tip, feel free to utilize it however it'll work best for you. Because I know NaNoWriMo, you should tweet all the time, hey, pace yourself. I'm like, no, I don't like that idea. And now that's what I'm doing. I've even heard the breaking up the word count to smaller word counts throughout the day, and I'm like, no. But considering that I'm now doing 30 minutes, 30-minute sessions, each session is a smaller word count than the actual 1,667 words I have to write for that day. But actually, at the time I'm recording this, I reached day 7's goal exactly, like on point, not above, not below, literally on it, this morning. And I was like, yikes. Because every other day I've been over, but like, well, except the 6th and the 7th, I was way under. But this morning I caught up to day 7's goal. I was like, that's exactly the word count needed for today, for yesterday. I hope to reach today's goal today. So still have some time left. But feel free to leave a comment down below. You will also find in the description box links to Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You will also find links to Fuabo Studios. This is Dion, and It's Otaku TV. I am a part of It's Otaku TV and Fuabo Studios, because everything's under Fuabo. But as for It's Otaku TV, me and Alex, who hopefully she gets her channel up and running soon, maybe, possibly, who knows, probably January. But we are doing reviews with It's Otaku TV of anime and fan fictions, so definitely if you hop on over there and leave a comment what you'd like to see us look into, if it's an anime or a fan fiction or what have you. We'll definitely compare the anime against the fan fiction. The Instagram and Twitter handle for this channel is Written World YT. Literally one word and the letters YT. And the Facebook page is called Written World YouTube, 3 words. And they're easy to find. The logo is on all 3 pages. I do make regularly scheduled posts to Instagram, so feel free to send a message there about a tip you might have learned or what have you, comments, questions, anything you have. Facebook, there hasn't been much interaction, but if you do go to the Facebook page and like it, make sure to share it with your friends. I don't know how your family will take it. Just share it with people who write. As for Twitter, I am active on Twitter, so I will definitely, like, if I don't respond to you on Instagram, I will definitely respond to you on Twitter. and keep it polite. I do hope to eventually, once NaNoWriMo is over, start reading more on Inkit and Royal Road and picking out like things I liked reading and giving my opinion of them on here. And these are for like people who aren't like published, but like works that are on these sites, because a lot of sites works go unnoticed unless you're on Wattpad. And my Wattpad used to constantly, even when I made a new one, was just filled with like fan fiction. I was like, constantly getting recommended fan fiction, and you're supposed. I wish you could block a category. If Wattpad makes it a thing, I might go back. If Wattpad fixes the issue with plagiarism, I'll definitely go back. Until then, happy writing, happy November, happy Turkey Month. Um, Definitely though, I do apologize for the quality, and you guys enjoy the rest of NaNoWriMo. I will see you next week.